it's Chelsea, and this is 10 things that you should know before you become a nomad. Before we go any further, I just want to encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel. It takes 2 seconds of your time and it means a ton to me. I post videos of my nomadic travels and have a series called Nomad Tips for any of you guys that are interested in living this lifestyle yourself. Also, if you ever get a chance to join me on my live streams, we've got a little tight-knit group over there, and I would love for you guys to actually get to know who I am, unscripted and unedited. Number 1, not every night will be on top of a beautiful mountain, and not every morning will you wake up with your feet facing the beach. You are bound to have some tough nights and sleep in places that you really don't want to be. For example, you're gonna sleep in a Walmart at some point. I myself have slept in truck stops and just plain on the side of the road. Becoming a nomad and living out of a vehicle can be one of the most beautiful experiences of your life, and it is a really cool way to see some of the most beautiful and remote places in the entire world. But just know before you go that that's not going to be every day. But that's okay, because we are on an adventure and not a vacation. If it was a vacation, it would be perfect every night, and it's not, so it's an adventure. Number 2, you don't have to be dirty, but you are not always going to be clean. If you stay on top of your laundry and your healthcare products, you will be fine. There will be enough showers on the road, especially at campgrounds and stuff. I actually made a video about the top 3 places to shower while you live on the road. And so don't think that you're gonna have to go without a shower all the time. You're not. But there are gonna be days where you have to go without a shower. There's gonna be days when you went to the beach and you carry a ton of sand back into your car. Or there's gonna be days where it's rained in the location that you are, and everything that you do attracts mud straight to your body. Especially if you travel with a dog, they're probably gonna get covered in something somewhere along the way and then jump straight into your bed. And those are just things that you're gonna have to deal with. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been frustrated by when I get into my bed and I feel grit in my sheets because Banks has tracked some amount of dirt into my bed again. Again, we're on an adventure and not a vacation. Number 3, pack light. I have stuff in here that I have never used, and honestly, it's just extra weight. At about 4 months into my trip, I actually sent home 2 huge boxes full of things that I wasn't using. You're gonna need cups and dishware and silverware and things like that. You're not going to need a blender. You might want a toaster. You're probably going to want a lantern, but you're probably not going to need that thing that folds out so that you can dry laundry on it. Take a pair of hiking shoes. Don't take 6. Bring 1 instrument that you're dedicated to playing, and don't bring more than that. All in all, my point is, pack as light as you possibly can. If you even think, well, I need this, don't do it. Number 4, if you travel with somebody else, sharing a small space 24/7 gets hard. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that Dylan was my first travel buddy, and he was with me from January until May, and then I picked up Brooke from May into the end of July. There are so many benefits to having a travel buddy on the road. It just makes you feel safer. It gives you someone to talk to and hang out with and share your experiences with, but it is difficult living in a small space. There's going to be moments where you want your alone time and they want their alone time as well, so that's okay. Have a designated spot for yourself and for them. Maybe they want to go out for the day and you just want to hang back and chill at home. Either way, it's good to be able to set boundaries and keep the line of communication open so that if you do start getting aggravated with each other, you can express that and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I just need some space. Number 5, your plans will fall through, so be flexible. There's gonna be times where you think, oh, next week I think I should head to the Redwoods, and then come that day where you decide to go, there's no campgrounds available, and you have to change your plan. Or what happened to me one time is that I really wanted to go to Big Sur in California. I heard it was one of the most beautiful places in the world. But of course, what happens right before I head out there, the main road to get there collapses and it was completely shut off. Another thing that happened to me is while I was wanting to head to Utah, a bunch of wildfires started happening and we had to change our entire route to avoid the state. Plans do fall through, prepare for that, and just be willing to sleep somewhere else for the night. Number 6, there are hidden costs to the nomadic lifestyle. You're gonna have unexpected things pop up. I know that in the 3rd month of me being out while I was in Texas, I had to replace all 4 tires on my car because they had dry rot. And then 6 months into my trip, I had to replace both tires on the camper trailer because they were literally melting off in the Vegas heat. In one of the more recent videos I've posted, you saw that my propane tank mount completely fell off the car while we were driving and ended up ripping the tube out of the camper that feeds the propane into it. Therefore, my fridge that is powered off of propane got way too hot and all of my food went bad. Not only did we have to repair the propane tank, but we had to buy all new food as well. I'm telling you, it's going to be impossible for you to plan to the dollar what you're going to spend because there are going to be things that pop up. Number 7, before I left on this trip, and I've said this many times on my live streams, I thought that I was going to be in a new place every night, meeting people, having bonfires, making s'mores, and just having a good time. I thought I was going to make friends all over the country and just share our stories and life experiences with each other. I think that's happened about 3 times. And keep in mind, I've been on the road for 6 months. So this little thing here is to tell you that you probably are not going to have a bonfire every single night. There are going to be days that go by where the only person that you talk to is the person that you're traveling with, and if you're alone, it's gonna be the person that you call on the phone. Don't get me wrong, you can still meet some amazing people on the road, but you definitely have to be at the right spot at the right time. Number 8, people will react to your situation, whether or not they say that what you're doing is completely inspiring and motivates them to do the same, or they might look at you sideways because they think that you are homeless. This is a whole new topic of itself, but a lot of people assume that if someone is a vehicle dweller, that they are doing it not by choice. And they will silently judge you based off of what you say to them. So prepare to explain to people that this is a conscious decision and that this wasn't out of your control, but that you chose to live a lifestyle in which you could explore the country that you live in. Number 9, there are going to be nights that you don't sleep at all. Unless you are just the most brave person in the world and aren't scared of anybody or anything, there are going to be days where you just don't sleep. Whether or not you're camping on BLM land in the middle of nowhere and you just keep hearing coyotes in the background, or if you're at a Walmart and there's someone in the car next to you fighting with their significant other for 6 hours straight and you don't know whether or not you should intervene or just stay inside your vehicle. There's going to be nights when people walk outside of your camper. There's going to be nights where someone is purposely trying to intimidate you. There are going to be nights where you don't sleep. Stay strong, stay protected, and just move to a new place in the morning. Number 10, this will undoubtedly change your whole life. This trip has given me so much perspective that I never could have learned had I not left my house. You guys know me. You know that I was scared to leave my house. And if you don't know me and you're new, now you know. In the 6 months that I've been on the road, I feel like a whole new person. My panic disorder doesn't control me anymore, and I'm willing to try things that I never would have done in the past. You're gonna experience challenges along the way, but every single time that you conquer those obstacles and find a way to make solutions for yourself, you're proving to yourself more and more that you can do absolutely anything and you can take on the world. Not every day is perfect, but the journey overall is. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and I hope that these 10 things that you should know before you become a nomad have helped you to some degree. Again, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.